What a day. Are we running? Oh, let's have a look at this while we're here. Ooh. Is this all running? Yeah, look at that. 13,000 visitors, and it's only been running like, what's that, 9 hours? Less than half a day? Wow. Wow. And let's see which are the most popular puzzles. Chasing Iris is currently very popular. And for today, it's been Chasing Iris by Blobs. I gotta check that out. Alright, I think it's time. Oh, I wasn't even on stream. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I've had a bit of a rough hour or two. My computer is a mess. Yeah, look at that. And I'm talking to myself apparently. Oop, nope, don't want that. And don't want that. And don't want that either. Ah, jeez. Yeah, I'm completely discombobulated, so apologies. Apologies. Let me know if audio and whatnot is all fine and dandy. I would appreciate that. Let's see if I can get something useful done. So last week I started something that's been bouncing around my head for a long time, and that is basically the idea of pushing user data to the server temporarily with a one use sort of pin or pass or whatever, and then let the user use that to basically transfer their progress from one browser or one domain to another browser, another domain, or another device. And basically the idea is being just pushed to the server, keep it there under a particular ID for 30 minutes, right? And then just erase it, and no user accounts, no nothing like that. There's no names, no email address, nothing. There's literally just the settings of the app and the progress in puzzles. And basically a lot of people are saying, oh, you know, like people get confused because they load a puzzle in one domain and then a different puzzle in another domain, and their settings are slightly different. They don't know why and all this sort of thing. So basically I've kind of been bouncing around a bit, and unfortunately I also found a couple of problems. Like at first I was hoping I could just open a bunch of invisible iframes for each domain and then push their state. But if you open a different domain on an iframe, the local storage is not accessible. But I was looking at opening a separate window, and I'm wondering if I could pop like a small dialog open on a different domain and then close it again, basically. And that's kind of what this code does, right? So I think if I do this, it'll open a window on SudokuPad.app. And I believe if I open an inspector for this tab, it gets access to local storage. So in theory, I should be able to open that. I don't think I can send a message back from this to here. Because we can't really find out, but we could poll. We could just, on here, we could just ask the server, hey, do we have data? Do we have data? Do we have data? And then once we have data, we continue, right? Send message. Can we send a message after we're opening a window? So if we do post message cross domain, I don't think you can. So if I go in here and I go top dot post message, and I do this, do I get a message here? I don't know. Okay, wait a second. Let's try this out. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna look at the code for the message handling that I have in feature profile. Oh, it's not even there. Git stash hot? No, git hot. H and O are next to G and I didn't know that. Something new every day. Is the music too loud? It sounds a bit loud to me. All right, so does that bring this stuff back? Yeah. All right, so we have something like that. So get profile is the file I was using for testing. I need to modify that as well. And we want to look at feature profile, which should have the on message handler here. All right, so I'm gonna try to squish that into this pastable demo here. So we're going to do this. We're not gonna do that. We're just gonna do this. No, don't need that. Right. So, okay. That's, I think, all we need. So if we do this, right, so I'll refresh this one here. Then we're gonna run this. Then we're gonna inspect this. And then here we're going to do top window dot top dot post message test as the string, and then ABC 1 2 3. Yeah, that doesn't work. So it's not that easy. Top post message. So at any time, regardless of the location of the document in the window, it sends it a message. Any event is to receive message must first check the identity of the sender of the message. It's called window open post message cross domain. Problem is, this is from 2010, so obviously it's bloody useless. Thanks, Google, for giving me something that's 13 years old. What? That's also not... I don't know. 2-year-olds are said to have the same origin, they have the same... Yeah, okay, so... Cross window, same origin... Alright, you know what? Let's not even worry about this. We can generate the data on the server. That's the important thing. Now, on the server, I believe... I put the API in here. Not in here, in here. And... Puzzle... API puzzle... Wait, where did I put it? Oh no, wait a second. I was working on serverless profile stuff. Body URL, API host. Okay. It's coming back to me. 9015. So I guess that's under API SudokuPad then. Let's double check that. Yeah, I see it. Profile. Here we go. Profile post and profile get. All right. So I guess what I'm going to do now, that there's some letter here is too much. It's probably the S's, right? No? Yeah, it's the S's. So the idea is, can I open a window for each domain, send it to the server, and then fetch that data from the server? If I can get that far, then basically I just have to implement the merge, and then we're basically there. The merge is that's gonna be the tricky part. This stuff should be easy, right? Oh, and by the way, today I only have like less than an hour because, well, of all the stuff that happened earlier. Don't get me started. All right. Profile collision. Remove profiles, timeout profile. Yeah, okay. So the idea is our get asset thingamajig here, get profile. Okay, so, all right, now I'm starting to wake up a little bit. We have this file, get profile, right? And the idea is basically that I don't need to run the full engine and whatnot. I just need a little file that has access to local storage, and we'll take it from there, right? So then here we're actually going to do post profile, right? So we have post profile. All right, and then here we're just gonna do this async, just to be a little clean. Then we'll just get this. Like that. We're missing something. Async, we're missing an N here. All right. So we've got our profile data. Then we'll just output some information. Whoa. Whoa. This is something, I don't know. I've never had this before. Apparently, when you press Control Windows key left and right, you get empty desktops. I don't need freaking empty desktops. But the number of times my fingers get caught on these keys to flip around is very annoying. All right. So we'll do that just to kind of give ourselves a little bit of something. And now instead of, and that's confusing because this says post, but that was used for getting the profile. We're actually going to push the profile to the server. And the server is this, because it's going to be on api.ok, because it needs to be a different domain. So because all of the domains need to communicate to one place. And it's gonna be from here. So I'm just gonna, excuse me, replicate this. I gobbled down a sandwich before because I thought I was gonna pass out. I was so hungry. Apologies for that. Okay, and we can get our Paco gzip thingy. Like that. Except probably not exactly like that. It's been a while. Yeah, good enough. Oh, it's a link rel. All right. My God, how things have changed. Used to be script source. Actually, I don't know. What is the difference? Link rel vs script src. Yeah. Original link was used to show the relationship between the current page and another, such as the next one. It was developed to include the creation of new tags. For reasons best known to the developers, script tag double up does include via source attribute, but embedded JavaScript, if any, would be ignored. Wait, but I am using... Oh, no, I am... Oh my God. I'm an idiot. Or at least I'm slightly less of an idiot than I thought I was. Alright, here we go. Probably don't want to defer that. Probably need that right away. So we'll do this, right? And I'm gonna make this bigger for a sec because I got these lines along. That's our profile data. So we'll do this. Right. We don't need that. Do this. Nope, not that. Do that. All right, API host. You know what? Let's keep it simple. Let's keep it simple. All right, here we go. So we've got the URL. We have the URL, profile data, and we'll skip that for a sec. Now the profile ID, we'll just say profile ID equals new URL search params window.location. Should it be document location? Document.location .search .get profile ID, and otherwise we'll just generate a random one. It's not what we did over here. Not over here. Over here. Over here. Random. Nope. Wait, I must have. Come on. Yeah, here we go. So if I do this over here as our default. Boom. Right. And then we'll do something like that. Profile ID. All right. So now if I go to something like this, assets / post profile.html, we can look at it here. Await is not defined. Await is not defined. Await is not defined. What do you mean await is not defined? It's part of the freaking language. The thing is, you can't use it in the top level must be used outside of an async function, right? This is weird. I'm pretty sure I've been using it in the console and all that stuff. Alright, well, I guess I don't need it here. Never mind. Alright, so here we have our progress data, we have a profile ID, and if I do this, profile ID equals test 001. Alright, that'll be our domain. Then we should be able to, we can do this as well. So that compresses it by 400 kilobytes. And then we can do this and this. Error connection refused. All right, so we're not running the API. Yeah, okay. So API npm run test something. Test API. That should run on 9015, right? So now we do this. Result not implement. Sure. But it actually creates it. And on top of that, if we look at the stored location, where's my API folder? Jeez. Why is it so far down? If we look at a DB, no, where did I put it? Cache. It's on a cache because it's temporary data, right? Profiles, test 001, and this one is an old one. And that's what we just stored now, and it's just this gzip data. Okay, cool. So now we should be able to execute that. Okay, and then we should be able to fetch it back. And we'll do that using the API get bit. So, profile get. So, if we do a get against this, we should be able to fetch the profile. Okay, so profile ID would be, well, let's grab that. So profile ID would be this. Like that. Encode URI component. And then source similarly. Here. And the source would be localhost yada yada yada, like that. The encoding deals with our little URL unfriendly character problem here. By the way, say hello when you're in the chat. Otherwise, I feel so lonely. All right, so fetch. That's HTTP local host 915/profile, and that's just a get fetch. So we can do an await on this, and then we'll do a. I don't know how it returns it. Let's see. Profile get. And it just pipes it straight up back. All right. So it's a fetch and then a, let's do this. Let's do that. Oop. We'll output our res here. So we know what's in it and we can check stuff, and then we'll output res.body, I guess. Wait, was it res.text? Not sure. Could be either one. Yeah, there was something somewhere. Res.body is not a function. Res.buffer. Ambient fetch binary. Is it response object binary buffer, I think, or array buffer, right? So we got array buffer, right? There we go. And if we are, let's see, I've done this before somewhere down here, right? Like this. Yeah. So if we do this like that, and then we'll do this. Like that. And like that, I think. That may or may not work. I didn't check the braces. Incorrect header check. What? Incorrect header check. Array buffer. On string. All right, 1 sec. I'm gonna embiggen this. All right, let's go back. Let's do it step by step. So first, we'll get the result like that, right? Right in our braces. Then we output the result, and we'll do let buff equals await res.array buffer, and we output that. And then we'll do let decomp, which stands for decompressed, not decomposed. Buff to the whole 2 in an object is a bit, yeah. As an API, not very elegant. For somebody's personal use, I totally get it, but I don't like it as a API for a tool that lots of people are supposed to be using. Incorrect header check. Well, ain't that annoying. While we're doing this, let's see if the data that we're getting back is actually anywhere near the thing we actually expect. Oh, my back is Starting to pulsate with incredible pain. That's not a good sign. All right, response. Yeah. So that is... Wait, no, that's not what I'm fetching here. Why is it getting from localhost? Gets me. It always gets me on the basics. Like, I'm great with the complicated stuff. The easy stuff, a lot harder. Ironically. All right. 1.5 megabytes. So that looks right, and we should be able to JSONify. JSON.parse. Right. And that should give us the same data we put in there. Cool. Now, if the data doesn't exist, such as test02, what does that look like? Array empty response. And the server crashes. So that's obviously not ideal. Let's make the server not crash. Is this not in a try-catch blog? But because it's asynchronous... error handling in file read stream. Yeah, I'm not a super fan of the stream interface. I'm sure it's powerful and all that, but sheesh, it's annoying to deal with. Because then you have to kind of wrap it into... We can do two things. We can check if the file exists first, or we can wrap this into a promise and reject it and all this stuff and actually catch the error. I think it's easier to just check if the file exists. The thing is, we'll still get errors, so man. All right, await, new promise, resolve, reject. So what did it say? Did I just close that? I closed it in disgust. All right, we should be able to do on error reject and on, what was the other one? And resolve. Right? I still want to do an exist check just to save us hitting any of this stuff. Can we do a 4.4 error? 4.4. Turn this, or wait, handle 4.4. I guess we can just do this then. So now, if we are making this request again, we get an internal server error. That's not great. Car not defined. What are you talking about? Car not defined. There's no car. Pretty sure I didn't type those 4 letters. And I did. I did type those. Well, I didn't type them. I pasted them. Gosh dang nugget. All right. That's what happens when I start at 8:30 in the evening to do the stream. An idiot. I'm an idiot, baby. All right. Do we have... Can we just clear this? I also don't know why it doesn't scroll to the bottom anymore. Look at that. I can force it and then it just jumps back up. Like, why? Scroll to the bottom. You dumbass. Alright, 404 not found. So that's correct. Why do I get something? Oh, because I'm not dealing with the 404 on the other end. Alright, so we have to do if res.status equals 200. And I think we can shorten this a little bit. We'll just do this as a profile data. Don't feel like typing that again. Oh man. This is all boilerplate. This is what the AI should be doing. All right. And that. And if I do this, stick it in there, it should deal with this a little better. It still puts the error in the thing, though. That's so silly. Label request already exists. What are you talking about? Label request already exists. Wait, what? What are you talking about? Oh, why is that in here? Don't need that. I copied that from somewhere else. Okay. Now, I guess getting it back a 404 is fine, because that means we can basically emulate a file server. I mean, it would be nice to have a JSON response and all that, but we'll do that with that down the line. Because ultimately, it might also be good to have a single request to get all four or whatever, or just like a ping request. But anyway, this'll do the basics. So that means now we can, yeah. That means now we should be able to call the thing, open that window that we had earlier, this thing, and then basically wait for that file to come into existence, right? So we don't need that. We first will do this. Post profile, we'll do let profile ID equals test 003. Then we'll do this. Profile D equals. Yeah, that's exactly how it should be. All right, we don't need a title. All right, that's fine. Okay. Then we'll do a for let I equals 0, I smaller than 50, I plus plus. We'll do this. And we should probably not hit it like every whatever. So let's throw in a sleep in there. And I don't want to write a sleep from scratch, so we'll just grab the one from here. This one. It'll do. So we'll first sleep for 500 milliseconds. So console.log try I sleep 500. Okay. So then we sleep for 5 milliseconds. Then we fetch this. We'll do this. Yeah. So we have profile ID and source equals this. And the HTTP versus HTTPS thing is something I'll have to deal with one way or another. That's fine. Okay. I mean, ultimately, we're only dealing with, with 3 domains. SudokuPad, beta SudokuPad, and cracking the cryptic. Okay. And now I can bring all of this in here. And if that happens, we'll do break. Break. And the profile data, we'll put it up here. Right. Then this goes at the very end. Right? So that should work. And this is with test003, which hasn't, doesn't exist yet. I'm gonna refresh that, clear it again, clear that too, and here we go. And we didn't await on the sleep. Oh, I hit it 50 times. That was fast for 50 requests. And does the file exist? No. Oh, okay. So even that was wrong. All right, fair enough. All right, let's try it again. Round 2, fight. Boom. All right, that worked. Okay, now the question is, how do I test it with different domain names for the security model? I guess the best way of doing that is using the host file. It's not such a pain in the ass. I really should put a shortcut for it somewhere. etc, no. Drivers, etc, no. etc, come on. Here it is. All right. So let's make something up. We have these guys, right? Now, these guys don't have a status, but they don't have a profile, right? But I can probably create one, right? So here we have a brand spanking new local storage with nothing in it. Cool. Perfect. All right. So we can test with this. This is now this guy. So that's our source. Test 4. And now we're just going to run it again. And if that works, we're going to run it on like 3 or 4 different sources. And I think they should all work. And they should still have the browser separations and all this. And the question is, okay, so that works. And what I want to do, oh, I shouldn't have closed that. I want to see if I can close the handle afterwards. So if I put this there, excuse me, window.open, close. Can we close the window after using it? After closing it, after opening it? Or can the window close itself? Maybe. So we should be able to close it, even though it was open on a different domain. That's nice. So we'll just do win handle handle.close. All right, make that a 5, and pow. And now we have a 529 bytes JSON data from there. All right, so if I start from here to here, I can make a function out of this. So retrieve retrieve profile. Do we? Yeah, we can use. Let me think. Retrieve profile. So we'll have an async function. We're taking a profile ID and a list of hosts or sources, right? And then for each source, we're doing one of these guys. And ideally, we can do them in parallel. Excuse me. Excuse me. My nose was not leaving me alone. So let's do one first, which is basically this. Because then we can literally run them in parallel, right? I'm gonna do this big again. We'll probably want to try for every half second for. Or once per second. Is once per second enough? I mean, it'll probably take a second or two to upload or download. We'll do 10 times once per second. Like that. And we'll just do we'll do domain, which then would include all of that, right? So let's try this. We'll do one domain first. Test 207 http://l002.localhost 912, and we'll await it. And I just actually want to quickly check something. Okay, we're gonna comment this out, and we're not actually gonna make the request just yet either, or open the window. I just want to quickly see if I can manipulate this domain. Oh, I should not be working this late. All right, we've got the domain. New URL domain, and then new URL domain .origin. I think that doesn't include the protocol, because I don't want to have protocol in the source string. Do this. Retrieve profile undefined domain that URL origin. What's the one that I want? The thing is, I want the host name and host. I want, not origin, host. Okay. So that's the domain, and then we'll do const. Yeah, no, we're not gonna do that. We're just gonna go straight to that. I have this habit of going in tiny little steps, and sometimes the steps are too small. Yeah, and then this would be our source. like that. Here we'll do this, profile ID, domain source. All right. We have a win handle. We'll sleep. Then this is our API host. Which we'll change later to API.whatever and all that other stuff. Just get that out of there. Profile ID, source. And handle.close. Return. I think that's what we want. Let's see how far that gets us. Okay. Retrieve profile. Nothing. Profile data. Retrieve profile. Rest 200. If gpack unzip. Oh man, it's doing that thing now where it's just changing. It started doing that like last week. It's so annoying. All right, console.log. And that's overriding. Come on. Give me what I need. Why is... Oh. Oh, because we don't have profile data yet on this domain. So if I get it from L001... And I changed too many things at the same time, and then I don't know what's going on. And we get the profile data we generated there. Excellent. All right. So at least I know what it looks like on a domain that hasn't been used prior. Okay. So we've got that. And now we basically want to do this for a bunch. This we'll probably pull out to here. Right. And then we'll do something like const source list. And that'll be these guys, right? So we'll have this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, I think we had. 2, 3, 4. Of which only one has data in it, but I think we can push some data on the other ones. So we'll give 3 some data as well. And we'll leave it at that for now. And then we should be able to retrieve all of them at the same time, right? So we'll do I guess we'll just do promise.all source list .map domain, and we'll have profile ID up here. Eight. I don't think we need to await in this mapping here. Promise log. I think that's all there is. I think that's all we need, right? So that should hit all 4. They should go away when we're done. And what do we get? We get 2 small profiles and 2 empty ones. Okay. So that's the profile retrieval work. Let's put it in our profile file. And we'll probably want to clean up how these pop-up dialogues work. But for now, this it'll do the job, right? So now what this one does, it's literally just retrieving the... okay, so this was kind of trying to get profile like that. So get profile ID, create profile data, create profile data. We'll probably, well, let's clean up some of this code first. Okay, and retrieve profile. You know, it's good enough of a name for now. So we have p.retrieve profile like that, like that. Right, source. We'll need this a couple of times. Profile data. We got our res here. We'll probably do something like try. Finally. And I think if I return from inside that, I can probably just do this. Return that. And I don't even need that. And I don't need that. And the finally should take care of everything I need. I hope. And I think I'll do the URL first. I don't know. There's something in my mind. A lot setting up values should happen first before executing of code, even though it's all async. It doesn't matter in the end. All right. Clean that up. Pretend it's all kosher. Okay. And then we'll do retrieve profiles from sources. And this is basically where we should generate the profile ID, right? Sources. Source. Yeah. So we'll do something like profile sources. That's basically this list. And then later on, this is going to have the real domain names in it. Okay, that's all predetermined. Right? We don't have to provide that. Right, don't need that. Do that. I think we can do c.api root. All right, sources. So instead of, yeah, we can go down to this. We have our source list here. Right. Now, profile ID, that's the thing. We're just gonna generate the one. We have code for that before. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this. Just like a random number, that's fine. Should be enough for when we're just storing them for a short period of time, maybe 5 minutes instead of 30 minutes. 5 minutes is a bit short because by the time somebody pops up, like I want to let people use this to kind of transfer the state to their phone, for example, that kind of thing, you know. Is that the end of our playlist? That means I gotta, yep. It's 54 minutes, which means my time is almost up. It is 9:15, and I'm gonna check the GPS tracking of my dog to see where Toby is. He is in Jesmond Mickliffe Street right now. Oh. Let's double check that with Google tracking. All the GPS tracking. Nope, it agrees. Okay. I don't know. I'm not as far behind the time as I thought I would be. Okay, so that gets us this. That gets us the results. I haven't decided yet what we're going to do with the results yet. All right. Is this already done somewhere else? Yeah. Make sure that's in there. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay. So, when do we execute this? I guess we could execute this manually. So if I refresh this now. Missing catch. Okay, catch. So the error. We're just rethrowing it. Missing catch or finally. After try. Line 78. Oh, got an nope. Got an extra bracket there. Dot features dot profile dot retrieve profile from sources. So if I do this like that, what do I get? Retrieve this at retrieve profile is not a function. Retrieve profile. Retrieve profile from sources. This dot retrieve profile is not a function. It seems to be a function up here. Yeah, it's definitely a function. I'm using error functions, aren't I? Yes. I always try to ingrain good habits in myself, and then I just drop the ball. Hey, look at that. API root is not defined. That should be c.api root. And let's do it again. Let's do it again. Cannot read property of undefined. What? Reading profile. Reading profile. Where are you reading profile? Oh, I think I pressed things too early. Look at that. Incorrect header check. What? Incorrect header check. Uncaught. Incorrect header check. That means there's something ranked wrong with the decompression. All right, which one were we trying to get? This one. They should be different sizes, no? Oh, they are different sizes. Okay, okay. Incorrect header check. For which one, though? Let's try it one more time. Let me just double check all the awaits and whatnot. We have an await here. Yeah. Incorrect header check. What is incorrect about these? Well, first of all, no point hitting all three while we're debugging. Second of all, let's get some details. Let buff equals... Hey guys, hey Pooch Boy. Come here. Had a nice walk. You went to the little park. Hey, you went to the little park, eh? No? Oh. Sorry? My husband and then I was sick. Oh, okay, that's where. Oh, because I thought, oh, you're just now going to the cousin's route. I thought you were going from there to there when I saw you on the map. All right, I'll finish up. All right. So, since it's consistently failing, that's actually a good thing because it means I'm probably doing something very silly. I don't know if the unzip was. Maybe there's something about the return as well. Let data equal. Let's do this. And then here, we'll just do data. Let's also stick the domain in there. Although we're just only doing one right now. Interesting. We're getting the buff. Oh, okay. We're not retrieving the correct URL. What URL are we trying to retrieve? URL undefined. Oh, wait. Oh, API. God damn it. Well, that's silly, but silly's good. Silly's easy to fix. There we go. Silly mistakes are my favorite mistakes. Much better than tricky and serious mistakes. Okay. Whoa. Be able to do that. Bring that back in. I wonder if the sleep might not be necessary. The problem is I don't like this might hit before this even starts loading properly. So we want to have at the very least. It's a second. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. What else did I change? I don't remember. All right, let's try one more time. Huh? Get 404 not found. Ah, but then it retried, I'm thinking, and then it eventually finished. All right, sweet. And these should be running parallel, right? Yeah, should hit them right away at the same time. Now, if this is coming from like a device with a slow internet connection and it's uploading like several 2 megabyte files, you know, could take a couple seconds on a phone, for example, right? All right, so that one will get us 4 sets of data. And I'm actually kind of happy with that progress today. So this get profile file. So to do is basically put something in that little window, like even just a simple message saying backing up profile data, you know? In fact, we can just put that right in here right now, right? We can just do something like body, and then we'll just do paragraph backing up profile data. That's all we really need. And then if we now run it, it'll say backend profile data. Boom, done. Right? Doesn't need much more than that. Can leave that in. It's going to be useful for debugging in the future. And then after this step now, basically all we need to do is the merging. And merging A and B. Yeah, basically what I'm thinking about is like, if I want to send this profile to another device, we could obviously pull the individual profiles at the other device and merge them in. But what you probably want to do is you want to have two separate operations. You want to have a sync and merge operation on the current device, and then you want to have an operation to generate a shareable link, and maybe that link lasts a bit longer, right? And then maybe these, after they've been retrieved, you know, maybe they time out within like, you know, maybe I can just ping the API and say, hey, we're done, right? Okay, I think I'm gonna call it a day here. I think that's not from there before. I'm not comfortable that I don't feel like I'm in a state yet where I can just commit this stuff. I'd like to get a little bit further along for this to actually function, even though I think right now it's just some code that doesn't really do much. But I'm happy with the progress, and I feel like this can be finished like in another day or two. So, oh, by the way, I added a simple analytics tool called Plausible, which unlike Google Analytics doesn't, you know, they don't make their money by sharing the data. They, you know, they're just expensive. And so I might not be able to use them past the free 30-day trial, but at least I can do some experiments and get some cleaner stats and stuff, because Google Analytics has become pretty garbagey. So I would like to run this for a couple of days and get some information, you know? I mean, 20,000 visits since I set it up about 10 hours ago. It'll be interesting to see how long people stick around, how many puzzles they play in a day, you know, that kind of thing. Right now I'm checking off of all the people that hit start on the puzzle, how many people finish it. That's almost 50%. That's pretty nice. And I was hoping this would go up because obviously anybody who started prior to this tracking will or hasn't finished a puzzle yet, right? So anybody who started that hasn't finished yet will mess this percentage up. So the longer it goes on, the closer this will get to an actual ratio of how many people finish puzzles, because I'm kind of curious about that. And it'll hopefully let me check a little bit deeper into kind of where the traffic comes from, which puzzles are popular and things like that, you know. Chasing arrows by blobs is like super popular at the moment. In fact, can I just go there? Can I just open it? Nope. I hope it's not a hard one. Ooh, will that work? Not sure that'll work. I guess to finish off the stream, let me see if I can solve this. I don't know, was this on a video today? Let me just quickly check. In fact, I solved it already. Let me make sure I don't spoil things. No, I did this ages ago. Yeah, alright, I don't mind doing this one. I don't know where Blobs posted it, but I do remember that this is a very long arrow that has a minimum of 6, minimum of 3. So that's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and that's gonna be a 9. Yes. Oh yeah, I remember this one. This was fun. So these cannot be 1, 2. So they're 2, 3, 3, 4. That's makes these 7. And this cannot be a 1 or 2, 3, or 4. So 7. So this cannot be a 9. And it's got to be an 8. That's got to be a 1. Yeah, I remember now how he set it all up. It was quite an elegant setup, I believe. Like, for example, 1, 3-cell arrow, no 1s. 2, 3, 4. It's got to be, a 9 with 2, 3, 4. no 2's here. That's got to be the 2. So 3, 4, 3, 4. So we've got a 3, 4 up here. 2. We've got a 2, 3, 2, 3, 4 up here. And this one cannot be a 2, but it can't be a 3 either. So it's got to be a... No, wait a second. No, I got this wrong. What am I getting wrong? What am I getting wrong here? 2, 3, 4. That's all 9. So 2 got to be up here. 3 and 4 as well. So this has to be 2, 3, 4. If this is a 4, this needs a 3. Yeah, it's got to be 1, 3. Can't be a 1 cell arrow. It's a 3. It needs to be a 1, 2. Yeah, I remember getting confused here prior as well. 3, 4, 7 plus 1 is 8. I'm right so far, right? Wait, so 9, 6 plus 3. So it's got to be a 1, 2. So this can't be 1 and 2. This can't be 2. So 2's got to be here. 3, 4, 3, 4. So 3, 4 has got to be here. So this has got to be 2, 3, 4. And this has got to be a 5, 6, 7. But how does this arrow work out? Oh, yeah, no. Oh, God. Now I remember. It goes back up, right? So this obviously can't be a 2. This has got to be a 1. Yeah, and then it goes back up. My gosh. Ah! Oh, I was messing with my head there. All right. This has to be at least a 4. And this has to be at least a 5. And it can't be less than that either. So here we are. 2, 4. And then these are the remaining missing digits. 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's at least a 5. And that's at least a 5. Ah, interesting. Well, might as well. But this is part of this arrow. So 5 and then either a 1 or something else. Okay. Let's see. 9. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 6, 7, 8, 9 without a 9. So no 6s. Gotta have a 1. That's a 3. Alright. That can't be a 1 or 2. 1, 2, 1, 3, that's 4. So that's an 8. Alright, so we got an 8 over here. An 8 here. 8 here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. 2, 5. Not a 9. Not a 7 either. Okay. That definitely can't be an 8 now. 2, 3, 4. So that's at least a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got a 4 here. Got a 1 here. Not here. This one is probably a 2. Could be a 5. Oh, I gotta be careful there. The numbers are getting a bit big. Alright. What else we got? We got 1 here. 4 here. 3 here. This can't be too small. 1, 2, 3. So that's at least a 4. So this can never be a 6 or a 5. So it's got to be a 2. So that's a 2. This can't be a 5 anymore. So that's a 4 or 5. So that's a 6. 7, 5, 6. Oop. 7. 5, 7, 9. Here we go. And that's an 8 or a 6. And then here we have 1, 2, 3. All right. This could be an 8 and a 1. Can't be a 5. 7, 1. Yeah. Can this be a 3? Yes. Could it be a 2? No. All right. 5, 7, 9. No 5s here. No 7 here. Oop. No 7 here. All right. So I'm going to just fill these all in so I don't strain my poor little tired brain too much. Filling these all in. All right, so can't be a 5 anymore. 7, 2, 5, 2, 5, 4. Oh, that's always going to be a 2. Makes this a 2. Can this be an 8? 8, 1, yes. 6, 3, yes. 6, 1, yeah. All right, that's a 5 though. And finally we got these guys here resolved. 5, 6, 7, 7, 9. Can't be a 9. Can't be a 1 or 2, so this definitely can't be a 6. Can't be a 7. No, so that's a 9. Okay. That's either 2, 3, or 4. It's not a 2, so that's not a 7. Okay, 3, 4 pair in the column. What else? What else? What else? 2, 5, 7, 5, 7, 6, 5, 6, 3, 4, 6, 7, 2. So no 2s on these, and no 1 on this one. There could be a 1 here. Alright, well, let's fill in more stuff. This definitely can't be a 9. This definitely can't be a 7 if this is at least a 5. So this has got to be a 2 then. Alright, 2, 5 makes this at least a 7. 6, 8, 2, 7, 9. Alright. Okie dokie. Oh, it's not a 7 anymore. And then we've got an arrow coming down through here. Oh. Now this could be the bulb, but it could also be a 4-cell arrow. Don't think I know which it is right now. Oh, all right. Let's proceed. This little arrow here is a little bit of a mess / mystery. All right, these are 6s here, so it's not here, so that's not an 8. 7, 9 pair. 6, 8 pair. 6, 8 pair this way. 5, 7 pair, so that's a 9 now. Okay. So, we're quite constrained with what this could be. Oop, 7, 9, not a 7. Not 7s here. 5, and puts a 7 here, 9 here. 6 plus 3. 4, 3. 7, 5, 7. No, oh, not a 5 here. 8, 6. So these 3 need to add up to a 9. But okay, wait, what can these be? 1, 3, 4. So there's a 1 on here and a 2 is 6. So it's either 4 or 2, and we can't put a 2 here, so it's got to be double 3. So we got a 3 here and here, and it's like this, I believe. Right. And then this would be a 4. Not a 1 here. What are these? 1, 7, 8. 8 here. Which resolves a bunch of stuff up here. And this is 5 and 9. And these 3 are 5, 6, and 8. 5 here, 8 here, 6 here. 1, 7 here. Okay. Some more things resolved up here. 7, 1. And then that's a 7. And this should be a 4. Bada bing, bada boom. Excellent. Alright. Yeah, I remember this arrow messing me up, forgetting that it could just bounce back up. Alright, that's it for today. Short one, but I made some progress, and I hope this profile syncing tool is going to help all those people who are confused about the different domains and are trying to move to the SudokuPad domain, or have been testing on beta and things like that, and anybody who wants to kind of transfer their puzzle progress from their phone to their computer or something like that. I hope it'll enable people to do that. And I just spotted the time of page has gone up to 53 minutes. Holy, excuse me, that was 5 minutes earlier today. So some tougher puzzles in there. Is that like, this is like, oh, this is for this puzzle, okay. Oh, that's cool actually. So I can kind of say, all right, this puzzle, on average, people spend 32 minutes looking at that. That's kind of cool. What about the December 10 frameless Sudoku? 56 minutes. Whew. And Philip Newman's quadrants, 22 minutes. Oh, that's cool. Now, I've added time information to this funnel stuff. The problem is, it doesn't give me like averages or anything. It just tells me how many people have a particular time value, which is not very useful. It's kind of sad. I'm still hoping to figure out a way of using that information in a better way. All right, and right now, how many people are on right now? I think this is like prime time for the Americans. So yeah, 376 people currently playing actively on the site, which is kind of cool. It's not a huge number, but it's quite a few people to be on a website at any one time. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Take care. I'll catch you in the next one.